All right. Hello, everybody. My name is Joe King. I'm the owner of Physical Therapy Advantage in North Aurora. For you that do not know me, thank you so much for joining us today. It is 4 o'clock. We'll get started here really briefly. We'll probably have maybe one or two more people maybe popping in, so you may see some other screen names or some other people pop in. So just be aware of that. You're more than welcome to keep yourselves muted. You can be unmuted. If you are unmuted, just try to keep things quiet down. But if you can always unmute yourself to ask a question, or you can go into the chat if you can want to do that, and you can put the question in the chat. I will try to get that question answered. For those that don't know, like I said, I'm the owner of Physical Therapy Advantage in North Aurora, but I'm not going to be the one doing the presentation today. So a good friend of mine, Carmany, is going to be doing the presentation, and she'll be taking you through everything. So hopefully everybody got the outline and the meditation script emailed to you. If you didn't, please let me know, and I will get that to you afterwards for sure, so you can have it. And also, there'll be a little bit more detailed outline with more information, stuff that JR is going to talk about today. So you can take notes if you want, but she'll have more detailed, we have a more detailed, I should say, outline with information and descriptions and stuff that we can send you if you want it tomorrow. So definitely we can do that. So I just wanted to let you know that, so you don't have to frantically write. You can actually listen and absorb and practice for sure, and everything else. So like I said, if you have questions, please feel free to kind of unmute yourself and say, hey, I have a question, or you can put it in the chat and I can direct that to JR at the appropriate time and we can get that answered. There will be time for question and answers at the end, after you're all nice and de-stressed, after JR takes you through a little session here. So all right, I'm going to hand things over to JR and let her introduce, and let us enjoy a nice hour or so of meditation.
All right. Hi, everyone. I'm JR Carmany. I'm a holistic practitioner in Geneva, Illinois. I'm a licensed massage therapist who has a lot of training in a lot of alternative therapies. And I first started doing meditation when I was probably in my early 20s. I became intrigued because I was in college. I took a yoga class, and during the shavasana, which is the relaxation at the end, I experienced a sense of calm and peace that I hadn't ever experienced before, and it really piqued my interest. So that was a long time ago, but it's led to an interesting journey. So how many people here already are doing some form of meditation? Or maybe I should ask the other way, how many people is this new, the idea of meditation, new to? Yeah, okay. So we have, if anyone wants to speak up, just unmute and pop in. That would be fine. So the meditation over the years has been highly, highly researched. And they know that meditation impacts physical and mental health and emotional health. It can help reduce stress, increase your self-awareness. One of the most important things, it brings you into the now. We spend so much time thinking about everything that happened before, and sometimes it's hard to let go of those things, or we're spending most of our time thinking, well, what's going to happen next? We find the most stability when we are in the now. And meditation is a way of stopping the chatter so you can just feel basically being alive in this moment. So I'm going to go through a bit of things about meditation for those who are not familiar. Some of the problems that people experience doing meditation. I've been through most of these. And then we're going to talk about body communication. And the reason I find this to be so helpful and why body communication was the topic that I thought that Joe and I should explore is that I find that people aren't in touch with their body. It's almost as though what happens to them is happening from an outside force. As a kid, I was very sick. I thought that God hated me because I was sick all the time. And it wasn't till I started exploring more that I discovered the impact of nutrition and meditation and exercise and how all of these things played in, that it was really what I chose to do. So I want to encourage an understanding that when we communicate with our body, we can actually help to improve our physical, mental, and emotional health. So there's different types of meditations. Some of these maybe you've done, but one of the quotes I love is some mentor somewhere along the line said that prayer is when we talk to God and meditation is when we listen. And most of the time, our brain is trying to tell us what should be going on, or our prayers are, please make this happen, please make this happen, please take this away. But we will be empowered when we can be in this moment. So being in the moment helps reduce negativity, increases creativity, increases patience. And having a husband who just went through a heart attack, we've been working with lowering his heart rate, lowering his blood pressure, helping him to get to sleep. He really finds that doing meditation, he actually can address those in the moment. So I want to encourage you guys to experience this and then perhaps include this as part of your habits. The more you do it, the easier it gets. So types of meditation, what we're going to do today is a guided meditation. And that means that I'm going to walk you through a process. Another type of meditation is mantra meditation. You may have heard of this when people are repeating a chant, they're chanting a word that, again, engages the mind and keeps them focused in the moment. Other things are moving meditations, Qigong, Tai Chi, yoga, deep breathing exercises. These involve, letting your body move while you're getting focused. Other things, what else I have here? Even reading sacred texts, reading the Bible, reading the Bhagavad Gita, reading the Quran, finding inspiration, and it brings you out of yourself, out of monkey mind, and into a focus. Now, the problems that people have with meditation, well, monkey mind probably covers most of it. We're thinking about what we should be doing, what we should have done. Oh, I should have said this. Oh, I'm hungry. Boy, I'd really like some chocolate now. I am mad at the world. I had a lousy day. I can't meditate now. These are perfect times actually to be doing it, but they will get in our way. When we let those emotions, those thoughts, those habits of impatience and negativity get in the way, it steals us from ourselves. What I want to do is be in ourselves. And one of the biggest things I find with my clients is doubt. I can't do this. And the truth is you can. You're breathing, you can do this. And so the meditation we're going to do today is a simple breathing exercise. And my recommendation to you, and I think it's even in the paperwork, is your body hears your voice the best. Now, your body's hearing you all day long. You're constantly, there's a lot of self-talk going on, and studies show that most of that self-talk is negative. We can change that by refocusing the mind. So I'm kind of a hyperactive person. Getting focused and being in the moment can be kind of hard for me. But I know that the benefits way outweigh the inconvenience of trying to corral my mind. Hard to do it wrong. You'll learn more as you go along. Things like physical discomfort. I can't sit in a lotus position. Find the place where you feel safe and comfortable. And part of meditation is about creating a safe place, a place where you can shut the rest of the world out, focus the mind, and just be here now. So, any questions so far? I'm really kind of an interactive person. Thank you for the head shake. Why body communication? What I find, as a massage therapist, I have specialties. I do a lot of therapeutic work. And I find that a lot of people don't really know what their body's experiencing, as though it's coming from an outside source. So one of the things I do with my clients is when they do have discomfort, and sometimes I create it or find it, asking them to pay attention, not to block it out, but okay, I'm working your shoulder and it hurts. I'm not going to stop. Tell me, maybe on a scale of 0 to 10. If 0 is no discomfort and 10 is excruciating, where are you? And maybe it's a 7 or 8. And then we work it. Well, where are you now? Well, maybe it's down to a 5. And maybe we do some other techniques and we get it down to a 3. They have just had a lesson in body awareness that they were actually focused enough that working together, we were able to reduce the pain. And that's pretty astonishing. It's one of the things that people are very impressed by, that I can do pressure point work and have their pain levels go from 37 down to a 3. It's really fun. And in the process, they're paying attention to what they feel. So we try and block it out. We take some aspirin, we take some Tylenol, but learning to sit with it and manage it is a whole nother thing. Meditation can help you with that. The other thing is that describing pain. People tell me it hurts. What does it feel like? Well, it hurts. Well, what does it hurt like? Well, we can give it a value between 0 and 10. But what does that pain feel like? Now, when I was training in homeopathy, one of the things for determining or assessing a remedy is a better description. What does it feel like? I'm uncomfortable right now. Where am I feeling it? Oh, I'm feeling it in my right hip. Okay. What does it feel like? Well, it feels like something's pushing against me. Okay, check the chair. It's not the chair. But there's a sensation there. Does it feel like somebody's poking me? Does it feel like somebody's punching me? Does it feel like it's gripping? Does it feel electric? If you've ever had sciatic pain, you've probably felt that electric tingling down your leg. Well, that's a clue that helps us in assessing, well, how can we help this make this feel better? But if you just tell me it hurts, that doesn't give me any information. It's like when you ask somebody, how are you? And they go, fine. And you think, well, that tells me nothing. So I like for my clients to be more aware of what their body's experiencing. In a way, if you want to get kind of metaphysical about it, we are caretakers in a meat sack here, kind of like this is our vehicle. And learning how to take care of it makes a difference instead of just expecting it. I remember my first car. I drove it until the engine fell out in the driveway one day. I wasn't taking care of it. I just expected it to go on forever. Well, some of us are treating our body the same way. So this is another aspect of self-care, of paying attention, of self-healing. So in our body, we have a lot of energy flows. And you're aware of it. How's my energy level today? I'm tired. I'm not tired. I'm bouncing off the walls. But we are energetic beings. We have all these, as I like to say to my clients, from head to foot, we're somewhere between 30 and 100 trillion cells that are all vibrating. There are energy patterns and they're all working. There's chemical and metabolic functions happening everywhere. That's part of us. We also have the nervous system, the pathways, messages being sent here, there, and everywhere. Are we listening? And then there's the meridian system. You know, if you've ever had acupuncture or any of that, they have identified through thousands of years of practice that there's a certain way energy moves through the body. And by accessing and being aware of that, it can actually improve physical, mental, emotional health. So that's where I'm coming from. So why
JR, I'm going to interrupt just for a quick second, just to kind of reiterate that point. I think that's, very, the body communication, like you said, we chose, and just in therapy in itself and in life, but, we see it as physical therapists as much as you see it as massage therapists, that our clients are not aware of what's going on with their body, right? And like you said, being able to listen to it, because our body will tell us what it needs and what it does not need and what is going on. But we are very good at putting it on the back burner, blocking it, like you said, masking it, just not paying attention to it. So as far as what is going on, and then also, like you said, to be able then to be in tune with it enough to say what is going on as far as descriptive wise. So one of the things that, I'll use with my clients all the time is say, there's no right or wrong answer. Just tell me what you're feeling, what it is that you're feeling. Use whatever terms and words you want to use. I will decipher what I need to decipher out of it. And that lets them kind of start to think about, are you in pain right now? My pain level is at this level, 5 out of 10. Well, what is it? What are you feeling? And then stuff. And so they can kind of describe, and then they can go back to those moments sometimes to say, last night when I rolled over in bed, man, I got and it really felt like someone just hit me. Okay. And then so you can kind of start to go, and then they can start to pull some of these memories that they've suppressed to start using some descriptive terms that definitely help us. But like you said, it starts to let them realize, that was a good thing that I can remember that I need to be able to describe it. And I need to be able to pay attention to what is happening, because wow, what Joe and his therapists are telling us is that, the no pain, no gain theory does not work, and that I need to pay better attention to this because they're going to keep asking me these questions, and I don't want to not know how to answer these questions. And so they start to pay attention to when they're having pain and when they're doing certain things. And so they just become more aware of it. So I think it's
yeah, and typically we have high periods, like with my husband. Some days he feels like he's having a heart attack all over again. And he has to remember that, an hour ago, his pain levels were really, really low, that this is part of the process. And so if he can remember that he's not always in pain and that it's not always horrible and that he's not dying, it really helps. And to get refocused out of that moment of trauma, like, this is really frightening. So we all have that. I work with a lot of people with autoimmune disorders, and they're in pain 24/7, and they have to learn how to manage those pain levels up and down and recognize that there is some level of control that they have, or acceptance of it. Know what to do when to ask for help, that kind of thing. The body awareness is something that Joe and I have talked about in our coffee clutches, and we want to increase your ability to listen to your body and to improve the communication from your brain to your body. Instead of saying, shut up, I don't want to feel pain, maybe we need to listen because there's information there that could be helpful. So body communication focuses the mind. It brings awareness to the now. It reduces negative self-talk. Right? None of us have experienced that, right? It increases our awareness of our body functions. Where is it? What is going on? Is it my throat? Is it my ear? Or am I just in pain? Like a kid, when they're in pain, they cry and they can't explain. And we just like never really learned how to really explain what's going on. And when we understand our body, we can improve how we take care of it. That's really the crux of this. So, something weird I came across recently is there is a Hawaiian healing technique. And I don't know that I went through this with you, Joe, but I've been talking to other practitioners about this. And there's a Hawaiian teaching that was actually based in the concept of forgiveness. And it's called Ho'onopono. Lovely, right? Took me forever to learn how to say that. But what that phrase means is that it is a way to put to right what's going on in the body, putting the body back into balance. And so, well, I've lost it. There we go. Sorry, guys. Here we go. Don't put papers on top of the computer. So what the four aspects of Ho'onopono is: I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, and I love you. And people have found that when they use that almost like a prayer, that they actually get a breakthrough, emotional breakthrough. So what I've been doing with my clients is when I'm working on them and they're not paying attention, is I will ask them to talk to their body and say something along the lines of, thank you, body, for protecting me. I'm sorry I didn't know how to listen to you. Please forgive me and help me to work in partnership with you. I love and appreciate you. And I find that in a session doing that, we get really fabulous results. So just wanted to introduce the concept that maybe the kind of communication we have is, instead of being mad at our body for not functioning, maybe we need to appreciate it for what it does do. By the time you experience pain, your body has probably sent you 1,000 signals that something is wrong. Pain is usually the last resort. And our usual first response is, well, let me take something to make the pain go away. And we're not listening to why it's there. I'm sure that you all can relate to this because we're all human. So, Joe, do you have any comments, or else I'm ready to dive into the meditation itself?
No, I think that was a great introduction. And like I said, we will be able to we'll be able to hand out and send out, I should say, the details of what you just described to everybody as well. So that'll be good for them.
All right. I'm a person who loves paperwork. I love things written down. I'm not particularly auditory. So if you need to see the written word, please ask for it. That would be me. All right. So preparing for our own little meditation, I want your feet on the ground. Sit comfortably. But I want your feet grounded on your floor. Or if you are able to sit cross-legged, that's fine too. Your back should be straight, but relaxed. I usually recommend that people sit with their hands on their knees. You can sit palm down or palm up. Palm up is a receiving gesture, receiving. Everybody set? Is your dog helping you there? Because I have one right down below me waiting too. He figures if he stays here long enough, he'll get a treat for helping. All right. So the next thing we're going to do, you are settled in, you're ready to let go of the world. We put it all outside the door. Take 3 deep breaths. Just fill your body with breath. And now become the observer. You're going to allow yourself to observe your body. You are not in control. You're just watching. Your body breathes hundreds of times during the day without any input from you. Now you're just going to pay attention and watch how your body breathes. Notice your body breathing. Your body breathes continually every day without your help. Allow it to breathe now without interference. You are the observer. Know that your breath is the most powerful healing tool you possess. It carries messages from your computer brain to your functional body. It carries messages from your body, alerting your brain to its sensations, its feelings, and its needs. With this exercise, you are going to open the channels of communication with a new degree of awareness and power. And with your next breath, bring your attention to your nose. Notice how the air feels as you breathe in. And notice how the air feels when you breathe out. Put your attention fully on the air coming into your nostrils. What does it feel like? How does it feel? Can you feel it tickling the hairs in the nasal passage? Is the air hitting the sinus wall behind the nose? Notice, is there a difference in temperature of the air coming in and the air going out? Notice which nostril is taking in and sending out the most breath. Is one side stuffy? Is one side irritated? And now, is there anything else that you notice about the action of breathing? With the air breathing in and the air going out, are there any other sensations to notice? And when you are ready, when you have noticed all that there is to notice about breathing through the nose, bring your attention to your throat. Feel the air moving down your throat as you inhale. And as you exhale, feel the air moving up your throat. It's okay if you need to adjust. Sometimes moving a muscle or just adjusting the throat a bit to feel the movement of air more effectively. That's okay. How amazing is it, the process of breathing? And when you have noticed all that there is to notice about breathing through the throat, bring your attention to your lungs. And with your next breath, fill your lungs as though you were filling a balloon. How big can you make them? And when your lungs are as full as they can be, hold your breath for a count of 3. And then slowly exhale, feeling your chest relax with the exhale. And with your next in-breath, expand your lungs again. You may notice that you can hold even more air this time. And when you have reached your maximum expansion, hold your breath for a count of 3. And then slowly exhale, feeling your chest relax, feeling your shoulders relax, feeling your arms start to relax. And with your next in-breath, expand your lungs again, expanding them even further, feeling as though your whole body is responding to that inhale, expanding along with it. And again, hold that breath for a count of 3, and then slowly exhale, feeling your chest, your arms, your neck, your belly, your legs. Feel your whole body relax with that exhale. And with your next breath, allow yourself to again become the observer. Focus on the feeling of inhale and expand, allowing your breath to just breathe without your interference. But notice how when you breathe and your body breathes in, there's a sensation of your body expanding. And as you breathe, as you release that breath, your body relaxes. And it's an inhale, expand. Exhale, relax. Notice how your whole being is involved in the experience of expansion and relaxation with each and every breath. And when you are ready, bring your attention back to your nose. Follow that in-breath through your nostrils, into your sinuses, down your throat. Feel your lungs expand, and then allow the energy of that breath to drop into the bottom of your belly. Then keep your attention at the bottom of your belly as your body continues to breathe, expanding and relaxing with each breath, but your attention remains at the base of your belly. Notice how that place at the bottom of your belly seems to get denser with each breath. Your body is continuing to breathe, expanding and relaxing. But your attention, focusing on the base of your belly, notice that you begin to feel almost a heaviness, almost as though with every breath you are creating an anchor in your belly. As you maintain your focus on that point, you begin to feel more grounded, more balanced, more secure, more safe, as though your breath were building an anchor in the bottom of your belly, creating a focal point for the dynamic energy that moves through your body. Keeping your focus on that anchor in the bottom of your belly. Rest in that awareness and feel how it strengthens with each breath. Feel how safe this place is. Feel how strong your core feels. Notice how balanced your whole body feels. And keeping your attention on that grounding point, allow your body to ride the comfort of the beautiful miracle of expanding with the in-breath and relaxing with the out-breath. All the time, feeling safe, grounded, and balanced. And when you are ready, bring your attention back to the room that you're in, back to the now. Still aware of, but not controlling your breath. Still aware of, but not controlling the flow and expansion and relaxation going through your body. Still in touch with that anchor of awareness and power in the base of your belly. Whole and complete. Taking your time. When you are ready, open your eyes and welcome back. Welcome back, Joe.
Thanks.
All right, guys, how you feeling? Was it effective? Thank you. Love thumbs up. Any comments or questions? Now, I do have a script. I think you received that. Like I said earlier, your body listens to you most effectively. It hears your voice all the time. I encourage my clients to take the script and record themselves setting the guided meditation. And it's easy enough once you practice it to do it without listening to it. You'll know what to do. I also frequently recommend that they begin their day with this meditation. So you wake up before you pop out of bed and before you start making your to-do list. Check in with your body. Follow your breath. Get grounded before you pop up and before the day drags you in a million directions. And then at the end of the day, to sleep well, do this as you're laying down, getting ready to sleep. It will kind of wash away all the stuff that we've been carrying all day and that our brain just wants to go over everything. What I should have done, what I should have said, what did happen, what didn't happen. Focusing on the breath takes you into that place. None of that matters in that moment. And hopefully you'll just fall asleep with your body in that safe, relaxed state. Sound like a plan?
So Jay, you're recommending to record the whole script in our own voice and then we can play it back and listen to it, and so we're taking ourselves through this.
Correct.
Gotcha.
And if you don't like the sound of your own voice, and you do like the sound of mine, I'll be glad to record it for you. But I really find that you need to listen to yourself, and that's part of that relationship with ourselves. I have a friend who does meditation. He doesn't like to listen to his own voice, and I'm thinking, oh my God, your voice is listening to you 24/7. You guys need to have a better relationship, because this is all we got. And our breath is so central to what is going on in our body that it's a great place to start. Back in the 70s, because I'm old, one of the Mahatmas that I worked with, Mahatma is like, Mahatma translates to great soul. So this is a spiritual teacher. And he used to say, if you want to find God, follow your breath. Because the power of what he is right behind your breath. And so in a spiritual practice, breath is the place to start. And this is an easy enough and engaging enough practice that anyone can do it at any level. So
would you say, Chair, I mean, I know one of those barriers you mentioned, earlier and stuff like that, and I know on my own personal as well too, is always, time wise, and so are you looking at, should we be able to do this 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes? When how long did it take us to do this extended version? I didn't look at the clock, sorry. I was just now trying to pay attention, trying to figure it out, but I know it didn't take, but I'm just saying is,
usually takes about 10 minutes.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Realistically, for everybody to know that you don't have to spend an hour, you don't have to spend a half hour, even just doing it for a few minutes, if you can get yourself into the right safe spots, that you start to be able to work and consistently, like you say, go through that script. So, it's a little more natural, it's a little more fluid to you, but you can be very successful in decreasing the stress and having all those benefits in just a matter of a few minutes of being able to put yourself there and to practice it. So that was kind of my point, was to let people realize that you don't have to spend a lot of time doing it. And there's actually research out there, and I was going to try to find it, and I didn't have time this weekend, but that they actually, I think it was the University of Tennessee, I think it was, but they did it, and they looked at just doing it for 30 seconds, deep breathing, just for 30 seconds, the amount of benefit and the benefits it occurred. They did it consistently daily for 30-second breathing. They showed the benefits of all these that we talked about, or JR talked about, all happened by just doing deep breathing for 30 seconds on a daily basis. I think it was over a 2 or 3 week span, but 30 seconds.
It's so much more powerful than we realize.
Yeah.
So I'm going to use the example of white coat syndrome, where I used to work as a medical assistant, and I'd have to take people's blood pressures, and they'd be nervous being there. And what I have found is that if I could get them to breathe, we could lower their blood pressure within minutes by just giving them something else to focus on other than the fear.
Yeah.
So, and I know that for my daughter, who also had heart surgery a year ago, and my husband with his heart attack, he actually can lower his blood pressure within a very short period of time, just by stepping out of I'm having a heart attack to, all right, I'm breathing. Okay, now I'm normal again. It's so cool, and it's so practical. So I love this stuff.
I think the big thing for most people to realize too is to, find your space, like you said, your safe space, your comfortable space in your home, wherever it's at, and create that mood, whatever it is you want, whether lights are on, lights are off, candles, no candles, whatever it may be, that just creates that sense of good feeling inside yourself, and that you feel can get grounded and that you can start to listen to yourself, obviously. And it can be, like you said, in any kind of position that you feel most comfortable. It would be on a couch or chair, a hard chair, soft chair.
And if you fall asleep,
So
that's okay.
yeah,
It's not a contest. When I go to sleep at night, I will have a dog and a cat both sleeping on top of me, but you know, I've just accepted that as part of my environment, and I can still do my meditation. I don't need to lock myself into a special room and shut everybody else out. I actually, I can just focus on my breath. Actually, you get good at it. The more you do it, the better you get at, and you'll find that you'll use it throughout the day. You'll be in a stressful meeting, you pay attention to your breath, you look like you're paying attention, and your stress goes down. I could think of a million examples, but I love it because it's so practical. I've done a lot of strange things in my life, and I like the really practical ones. This is one of them, and it works. That's such a bonus.
Well, I'll give you a story about falling asleep. And this is just something that may be relevant or not. And maybe the person that told me this, I mean, he's a pastor. So I always told him, I said, you know, when I first started my journey and stuff, I said I was always falling asleep saying my prayers at night and stuff like that. And I never finished my prayers. I'd wake up in the morning and feel like, oh, I didn't finish. And he says, Joe, that was God telling you to go to sleep. You're trying to do too much, whatever. He says, if you fall asleep when you're saying your prayers, you're at peace at that point in time, go to bed. And I'm like, oh, that made me feel better. I don't know if it's true or not, but that always made me feel better.
Well, it is. And what I have found, Joe, sometimes that I'll fall asleep when I'm doing my prayers, and then I wake up and I jump right into finishing them, which is really a strange experience. But it's like I didn't forget. I just needed a break. And yeah,
I'll take that. I'll look at it that way then.
Yeah.
Just need
And
6 hours between.
you know, sometimes going to meditation, if you've ever done a sound healing or something like that, and people fall asleep and you'll hear somebody snoring or whatever, and it's like, you know what, state of relaxation, we need that desperately, because most of us, even while we're dreaming, we're busy. I am. Craig hears me talking all the time in my sleep. I'm usually doing consultations in my sleep. I don't know how restful that is, but I know that if I can focus, I don't need to be working 24/7. And my body needs a break. And this is a great way for us to work together.
Well, the first time I was introduced to meditation was about 6 years ago. I mean, really formal meditation. I was at a PT business owners weekend retreat workshop kind of thing. And the gal that was leading it and stuff like that, there was 25 of us, and she put 5 of them to sleep, not me. I will say that I did not fall asleep, but we're sitting in chairs doing this and being grounded at this. It was in a hotel, you know, like a room and stuff like that. It was nice enough, but she had 25 of us going through. We took about 20 minutes to go through the entire thing and stuff like that after she explained a few things, but she took us through about 20-minute session. And yeah, she had 5 people, like you said, snoring. Now, I don't know if they just were that tired and she got whatever it was, but
That's
definitely experienced to hear those.
It's and sometimes that will happen, and that's okay.
Yeah.
There's no doing it perfectly. The goal is to communicate with your body, to be in touch. And if it's creating that relationship, then you're doing it right.
Absolutely.
And if you're not, we need to talk about that.
Anybody have any other questions for JR? Her information, we can always, if you have questions later and stuff like that, I can definitely get you in contact with JR as well. She's more than happy to entertain questions after the fact. If something pops into your head, you know, later tonight or tomorrow down the week, or as you're practicing and you have further questions, definitely can get you in touch with and get a hold of JR for sure. But anybody? Well, thank you so much, JR. I truly appreciate it. Appreciate our friendship that we've had over the last number of years. Want to keep fostering this, and you know, for those that attended and stuff like that, you can, I'll touch base with you guys and let you know, or want to find out, I should let me know, good, bad, and what you thought about this. And if there's other things that we could do to maybe continue this on into some further sessions of this and kind of maybe delve a little bit more and a little more training or whatever it may be, if you guys are interested. I'm sure we can convince and twist JR's arm a little bit to come back and do some more.
Yeah, we've been doing this a long time. We have a lot of tools in our toolbox.
Yes, we do.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Very beneficial.
And you didn't fall asleep, did you?
No, but I got into that, the no mind state.
Is that nice?
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool.
You can do this. You can do this.
And I didn't fall asleep.
Good job. So
Thank you.
practice it and see. Practice it and see how much of a change it makes.
Will do.
All right. Thank you. Thanks for coming.
Thank you for presentation. Thank you. Thanks, Joe.
You're welcome. Yeah, and everybody, I will be sending out the detailed outline that'll be have a little more information to everyone tomorrow. So you can look in your emails for that sometime tomorrow. It should be there by the afternoon for sure. I'll probably get out in the morning. So enjoy that. And if you have questions, like I said, if you have questions for myself, but more importantly, if you have questions for JR, just let us know. Like I said, we can get you